Hey, what's going on, guys? It's 2bookby NegativeAE. We're in the middle of the class trial. Let's go. I'm overlooking something. Think. What method did the third party use to enter the hangar? It's the exisal.
That's it. The exisal. The exisal could be used to enter the hangar. We couldn't get in because of the alarm system and the electric barrier. But that shouldn't have been a problem for any of the exisals, right? So if you wanted to enter the hangar, all you had to do was pilot an exisal.
And that was with the hammer.
Enter the hangar, so is this third party piloting it?
By the way, I just want to confirm something with Monokuma. Would the alarm still go off if there was a person inside an exisal?
Well, I wasn't trying to keep this secret, but since it's about the details of the hangar, I guess I can tell you guys. It makes sense that the alarm system and electric barrier wouldn't react to an exisal. After all, the hangar is where the exisals are supposed to be stored. It'd be a hassle to disable the security every time an exisal comes and goes, you know? So even if someone is inside an exisal, the security system wouldn't catch them. Because it'd be a hassle to leave the exisal every time you have to put it away.
The question is, would they...
Like Shinichi said, a third party got in an exisal and entered the hangar?
Are they going to suspect
Anyone
Maki this part of the trial?
It's surprisingly easy. If you use both hands, both feet, and both nipples, you can do it.
Nipples too!
Anyway, this third party commandeered an exisal and infiltrated the hangar. That same person must have brought the other two arrows with them.
Yes.
Told you that's impossible. There's no way you can get through security if you pilot an exisal. It's not possible.
What? Not possible.
Why? Maki, what are you talking about? What are you thinking? What do you know? Why are you trying to hide it? Why? See, they're putting suspicion on Maki right here, which makes me think that they know that I know.
If someone was piloting the exisal, they could have used it to enter the hangar.
That's not possible.
Is operating the exisal really that difficult?
Do we even know how to get inside an exisal? Outside the hangar, there were 4 exisals. And they were all moving too.
I was controlling them remotely.
Electro hammers weren't an option. Yesterday, all the hammers were still retrieved.
No. Maki had hers perfectly fine.
Wait, not all of the electro hammers were being charged. I know because I found one. There was a used electro hammer near Monokuma and the exisals.
That electro hammer used by the third party? Maybe they used it to disable an exisal.
Yes, I think so. When I saw them last afternoon, there were 4 exisals. But this morning, there were only 3.
Yes.
I noticed that too.
And the exisals are
Was the
down,
exisal
so
taken by
Kokichi's
this
dead.
Third party?
Shuichi is getting warmer. How about you say the answer right now? Who did it? Who is this third party?
Maki. So okay, so they've literally eliminated Maki from the suspect list because they've mentioned her here, and it's before the intermission. unless the whole entire last part of the intermission is convicting her, I don't think that it's her now. You.
It's you! Maki, you're the third party we're looking for, aren't you?
It's Maki?
Maki's the third party.
Insane.
Remember what Kokichi said.
The electro hammer runs out of battery pretty quickly, so if you use it against an exasol, it'll just run out of juice with one shot.
The electro hammer needs to be recharged for 24 hours after it runs out of battery. That hammer was used last afternoon, so it couldn't have been used this morning.
Oh, right. When we were all gathered in the dining hall this morning.
There's your electro hammer. I don't need it. I'd rather not use a weapon I'm unfamiliar with. This is much better. Well, I suppose you know best.
Maki was the only one without an electro hammer, wasn't she?
Knowing that, the electro hammer I found could only have belonged to Maki. And that leads me to the conclusion that Maki must be the third party. She also knows how to assemble the crossbow and could have returned it to her lab later. You got a different crossbow than the one Kaito had, right? Maki took 2 arrows and her own crossbow from her lab, disabled the exasol with an electro hammer, and infiltrated the hangar. Now we just have to figure out what happened after.
I'll kill you,
Alright. This is weird that you're arguing with me here.
Why are you doing this?
What?
Are you getting in my way?
Getting in your way? Maki, what are you...
Yes, I'm the third party.
Huh?
I admit to going into the hangar with an exasol, and then shooting the crossbow. I didn't kill anyone. I'm not the culprit!
I think there's two murders going on here. And that's why we're having trouble.
You're right. I used the electro hammer. And I used the exasol to enter the hangar too. I also shot the crossbow there. However, I'm not the culprit. Because the crossbow is not the murder weapon.
The crossbow is not the murder weapon? What do you mean?
The arrows left holes in the clothes. Think about the locations of the wounds. They were on his arm and back. An arrow to each of those spots wouldn't result in a fatal injury. That's why the crossbow can't be the murder weapon. Therefore,
Fuck, but the
I'm
poison.
Not the culprit. And a fatal injury.
Got you.
Your words. It wouldn't matter where the arrow hit if it were poisoned.
Poison?
I noticed something about the poison in my lab during the investigation. There was just a little less in the bottle than before. If that poison had been applied to those arrows, they would have been lethal, no matter where they connected. Maki, do you have a rebuttal?
What's the matter? Why don't you say anything?
So it's not her. So she's okay. So it's not her.
Are you really the culprit?
Because they wouldn't do this before the intermission.
There's no way she is! Cause why would she
The intermission's not over, not here yet.
I can't understand if you don't explain anything.
Maki is still fighting.
Huh?
Do you remember that
Fighting.
Maki said she would do anything to defeat Kokichi? Maki is trying to kill Kokichi in this class trial. She wants to kill the mastermind, a remnant of despair.
Then when Maki said she would sacrifice anything, she meant...
Sacrifice Maki is talking about must be all of us?
That's it! She plans to sacrifice all of our lives in order to kill Kokichi.
Sacrifice us?
Then by hiding the truth, Maki was trying to get us to arrive at the wrong answer. Just to kill Kokichi and the rest of us along with him?
Doesn't that mean that Maki's the culprit?
She knew what happened and tried to hide it from us.
I don't think they don't ever
But
do
that
this.
mischievous plan was ruined, all thanks to Shuichi here. Too bad, Maki. I already predicted this would happen.
You knew all along that Maki was the culprit. That's why you've been so calm.
This isn't over. Maybe we do have the truth now, but this isn't over. We have a choice to make. We don't have to follow where the evidence leads.
Huh? What do you mean?
Does this mean you're gonna vote for someone else, even if it's not the truth?
Someone else? You mean vote incorrectly on purpose?
What did you say?
Kaito told me that only I would be able to grasp what lies beyond the truth. That means finding the truth is not enough. We need to grasp the hope just beyond it. So Maki, please tell us the truth. The truth that only you know.
So Kaito said that to you. Then, does that mean you guys made up before he died?
Yeah, when I went to see him yesterday.
I see. Okay, I'll talk about it. Especially since it's my responsibility for involving everyone. Shuichi, you're so persistent. Were you always like that?
You think so? Maybe Kaito's charisma is starting to rub off on me.
That guy
Maki,
could be pretty stubborn.
Maki, I'm still mad at you.
What really happened?
Like you can't pull this C to make me not mad. I'm still mad at you
Maki, please tell us.
for being a total bitch earlier.
And so, Maki began telling the truth. A truth that would leave us all in shock.
Don't just start narrating things, you're ruining the mood!
Well, I guess this turn of events isn't exactly boring either.
Yeah, they would never do that before the intermission. They would never like pin somebody. So that means it's probably Tsumugi because that's the last person you would expect to do this. Just going off of Danganronpa logic, it's never who you think it is. It's always the least suspected person.
Well now.
And then Monokuma and Cub's theater segment began. But with all the Monocubs destroyed, the segment was no longer possible. And so the curtain quickly fell. Rub-a-da-da-ba-doo.
The flashback light became the motive.
Uh-huh.
Kokichi remembered that he was a remnant of despair. I planned to kill him. I thought that if I killed him, this game, and the battle between hope and despair, would end. I was confident in my talent as an assassin. I knew I would be able to do it.
We've tried to end this killing game before, but
So, okay. Maki killed Kokichi. Kokichi killed Kaito, and then I don't know what
That's
happened.
I knew Kokichi would take advantage of my naivete, simply because it's him.
Maki totally gets me.
That's why. I needed to settle it myself. I took the poison arrows and the crossbow, and broke into the hangar with an exisal. But when I entered the hangar, I saw something I never expected. Kaito and Kokichi were fighting each other. Kokichi was shot in the arm with a crossbow arrow, probably by Kaito when he fought back. Both of them stopped and looked at the exisal, most likely surprised by its sudden appearance. Kokichi immediately took out his remote and attempted to control the exisal I was in. I jumped out of the exisal before he could, and shot Kokichi in the back with an arrow. That should have been enough to stop him, since the arrow was coated with poison.
The Strike 9 poison, correct? But why pick that particular poison? Some of the poisons in my lab were far more lethal.
I wanted Kokichi to confess his true intentions before he died. And find out why he was always lying and trying to confuse us.
What do you mean?
If he was the mastermind, it would have been easier for him to hide in the shadows, right? He could have made it seem as if the late Junko was secretly behind this killing game. That way, he could reveal himself as the surprise mastermind to liven up the game. Because of his suspicious actions, anyone would already suspect him as the mastermind. Especially with that message in the courtyard. Kokichi said it was a hint, but was it necessary for him to go out of his way just for a hint?
As a remnant of despair, I imagine he wanted to feel the despair of his plan being thwarted.
I think that if he wanted the thrill, he would have carried out the plan carefully. So when his carefully laid out plan goes to waste, he would be in utter despair.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Maki must have wanted to hear it directly from Kokichi himself.
But it was pointless. I was a fool for thinking I could have a serious talk with him.
What are you talking about? Remnants of despair? What's that? I don't understand anything you're saying. Anyway, why are you starting a killing game that should have ended? You already know it's meaningless. That I'm a mastermind. You love killing that much?
Shut up, you asshole! I realized it was pointless to continue the conversation, so I shot the final arrow. But then,
Both of them
What?
died. And Maki killed both of them.
Kaito protected Kokichi?
Why? Why would Kaito protect Kokichi?
at that moment, my mind went blank. I knew I had to do something about the poison.
That explains a lot
I
of
rushed
the
to Shuichi's research lab
antidotes.
for the antidote.
So you didn't have the antidote with you at the time?
I used Strike 9 poison to torture Kokichi for info, but I planned to kill him from the start.
That's so mean!
But that was my first mistake. Because of that,
You what?
I ended up killing Kaito. When I returned with the antidote, the hangar shutter had been closed. I assumed it was Kokichi's doing, but because of that, I couldn't enter the hangar anymore.
Kokichi also
I
died.
needed to give Kaito the antidote somehow, so I went to the bathroom window. Kaito, can you hear me? Quick, drink this antidote! After calling out to him, I chucked the antidote through the bathroom window. Kaito noticed it and grabbed the antidote. But Kokichi stole it from him.
Sorry, but I can't die here. since I'm the mastermind of this killing game.
Wait! There's only one antidote!
No, you don't have to worry about Kaito. He fulfilled his dream, right? He already went to space. Damn it!
Stop!
Phew, I feel so much better. I guess that's a wrap. Or maybe not. Because now another class trial is going to start.
Class trial?
You'll be the Blackened for this case, you know. The Blackened who killed Kaito.
I killed...
Shut it! Screw the class trials. Like hell am I gonna let you have your way?
Kaito! Why did you protect Kokichi? If you didn't help him, then...
I couldn't help it. Even if it's Kokichi, I can't have you kill anybody.
What?
Aw, Kaito wasn't protecting me. He was protecting Maki. The situation just got way worse. Maki is gonna become the Blackened responsible for killing you. All because you protected me!
Don't you worry, Makiro. I'm not gonna die that easily. Just leave it to me. I'll put an end to this killing game.
You're still full of energy, even like that.
Maki's probably the culprit
We
here,
are not boring.
but I believe that Kokichi is actually dead.
What?
I want to see what a dying Kaito can do. So, show me what you've got. I won't meddle with your plans.
What are you...
Don't mind me. Run, Makiro. Just hurry up and run. Run and live. You gotta live.
But I refused to give up. I tried to enter the hangar by breaking the control panel with my knife. In the end, I couldn't.
So that's where the marks on the control panel came from, huh?
Pretty much explains everything, except how Kokichi died.
After that, I returned to the bathroom window once more, but I didn't see anyone. The bathroom door was closed. I called out, but neither Kaito nor Kokichi answered. I couldn't do anything anymore. All I could do was leave. That's when I made up my mind. As the Blackened who killed Kaito, I would kill Kokichi during this class trial. In exchange for all of your lives.
So that's what happened.
What the fuck?
Then Kokichi, knowing what he knew, still helped Maki cover up her crime?
Was that why you smushed Kaito in the hydraulic press?
Kaito wanted Maki to be spotless. As his friend, I felt obliged to help him.
How dare you make fun of him! You call yourself a friend? You enjoyed watching us suffer! You fucking asshole!
Ooh, Maki is so scary. Good thing I'm in this exosol. Pretty sure Maki would have already killed me if I was out there in the flesh. So, what are everyone's plans now? With the truth out in the open, who are you guys gonna vote for? You can vote for me, but if you do, we'll all die together. Or vote for Maki and live. Well, choose whichever you want. I don't care either way.
Why are you so calm? Your life depends on this too.
Who cares? Just choose already. Come on, who are you gonna vote for?
It's not Kokichi.
No,
Kokichi's
we
dead.
can't vote yet.
Because Kokichi's dead.
We don't have the whole truth.
Agreed.
This case isn't over.
Huh?
Because Kokichi's dead.
Thank you for
I'm calling
telling
it
us
right now.
everything, Maki. Thanks to you, I finally understand. There's another hidden truth within your testimony.
Hidden truth?
Yes, I'm positive. Because there's something wrong with the testimony you've given us.
Yes. The part of Maki's Kaito protecting Kokichi, Maki becoming black and the control panel being damaged for Kokichi drinking the antidote. Then number 2.
That's it!
Okay.
Maki said she used a knife to try to break the control panel and enter the hangar. But that doesn't make sense, because there's an alarm system on the shutter.
Oh yeah! The alarm should have gone off if someone got close to the shutter.
I was too focused to notice at the time. But now that you mention it, it is odd.
Maybe the sensor just missed her.
Nah, the security there isn't that sloppy. If a shady person got near the shutter, the alarm would have gone off without question.
Then why didn't the alarm go off?
Like I told you, this isn't over. There's still a hidden truth to find.
There's an electro bomb went off. That's why the shutter wouldn't open, too. Do I have electro bomb in this debate? I do.
I did attempt to enter the hangar. And I tried to destroy the control panel with my knife. At the time, the alarm system didn't go off.
But if you had approached the shutter, the alarm would have activated with 100% sure.
That's wrong!
No.
There is a way to disable the alarm system. An electro bomb would take it down.
But Maki only had one bomb, and she used it during the raid this morning.
Then the only other person who could have used one is Kokichi, right?
Huh? Why would I use an electro bomb? I had no reason to shut off the alarm, right? I'd be at a disadvantage if I did that.
I guess so. I can't come up with a reason why Kokichi would want to cut the alarm.
I don't know if he wanted to cut the alarm. In that case, then,
Disabling the alarm system wasn't the real objective.
yes. Kokichi Electro Bomb was to disable the safety function?
That's it! It was to deactivate the safety function on the press.
Deactivate the safety function?
The electrobomb wouldn't have just taken down the alarm system. It also would have disabled the hydraulic press's safety function.
That's true, but why would he do that?
There's only one reason that anyone would want to do that. I'm
To
right.
kill someone.
It means that we've been thinking about this all wrong.
So he did die on the hydraulic press.
What's wrong?
Kaito's cause of death.
That's it! Kaito's cause of death.
He did die by the hydraulic press. That had me fooled, yeah. I definitely thought that he died somewhere else.
Trying to deliver the antidote. Maybe Kaito didn't die by poison. It could be something else entirely.
The cause of death could now be...
This is it! The hydraulic press. Kaito could have been killed by the press after all.
Okay.
He could have?
If the safety was off, the press could have crushed Kaito while he was still alive.
Right after I threw the antidote, I tried to open the shutter. So, Kaito should have still been alive.
And if he was crushed by the hydraulic press after that, then we have our cause of death.
If that's the
Okay.
case, it'd mean the one who killed Kaito wasn't Maki.
It would be whoever was operating the hydraulic press. Kokichi.
I see. Very impressive. The hydraulic press could have been the cause of death. But that's just a possibility.
What do you mean?
Okay.
It's possible that I killed Kaito with the press, but there's no way to know. Kaito's death could have been either the poison arrow or the hydraulic press. Both causes are possible, but you'll never be able to determine it. No matter what.
No matter what? That's not true. We can probably solve this mystery too. Right, Shuichi?
You can't. Is it really possible to determine Kaito's actual cause of death? It's not. It's one of those ultimate despair
I hate to admit
things.
it, but Kokichi is right. We have no way to prove the cause of death.
What did you say?
You can't check the body, and you don't have any conclusive evidence. You can't deduce any more from here on out. There's no way to know what happened. But I know, because I was actually involved.
So that's what you were trying to do. You were trying to commit an unsolvable murder.
Do you finally get it? Yep, that was my plan. The gimmick of this murder case isn't the unknown victim, but rather the unknowable culprit.
And this is all, keep in mind that this is all betting on the fact that Kokichi is actually inside that
No
Excel
one
right now.
understands but me. Only I know the answer. There's no more room for deduction here. Choose the culprit with your own intuition. Intuition? Are you troubled? I'm sure robots don't have intuition, right? But there's nothing you can do about it. This is just how the trial goes. So, who is the culprit? Maki or me? The heart-racing excitement as the blackened and the spotless face off. It's voting time!
What? Guys. Is this gonna be like a good ending, bad ending situation? Cause like the way this game goes, I have a feeling it's Maki. But then like Kokichi did that for a reason. I'm gonna go with Kokichi.
Hey, that's my line. I'm the one who decides when it's voting time.
Oh, good.
Come on, no one's gonna figure out the truth. Let's just vote already. This won't be a problem, right, Monokuma? Because you know who the culprit is, don't you? Just like you always do.
Huh? Yes, of course.
Yeah? What kind of a reaction is that?
The culprit, you say? Yes, of course I know.
Why do you seem so flustered?
Flustered? Me? What are you talking about?
Well, he couldn't be anywhere. He was being watched, so Monokuma couldn't
know
know.
who the culprit is either?
Huh? Oh, what do you mean I don't know? What don't I know, huh?
You don't know, do you?
Yeah, he was kind of trapped, huh? That's interesting.
What does this mean? Why doesn't Monokuma know who the culprit is?
Monokuma doesn't know who the culprit is either? If Monokuma doesn't know, what does that tell us about this case? Wait. This case?
Yes, that's it. So that's what Kokichi's real objective was.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Kokichi wasn't just trying to commit a murder that we couldn't figure out. He was trying to commit a murder that Monokuma couldn't figure out either.
Murder Monokuma couldn't figure out?
What's the point of that? Kokichi's the one who's controlling Monokuma.
But consider how many elements of this case would be cleared up. Prior to this case, Monokuma always knew the specific details of each crime, correct? That must mean that he was using some way of monitoring us. Perhaps there are hidden cameras strategically placed to avoid our detection. I can't say for certain, but he must be keeping watch somehow. Kokichi probably used the electrobomb to scramble whatever that was. The electrobomb would prevent any cameras from sending video wirelessly.
Which means it wouldn't matter where the surveillance cameras were hidden.
I said, what's the point? Kokichi's the one who's controlling Monokuma!
Before we determine that for sure, I want to make one thing clear. If the objective were to create a crime that would stump Monokuma, the exosols... Yes, the exosols weren't protecting Monokuma. They were...
Watching him.
That's it! They were watching Monokuma.
That makes sense.
Watching him?
Yes. Remember what Monokuma said earlier in the investigation?
Oh, at the time the Exos were on autopilot, directed only to observe me.
If they were protecting him like bodyguards, they wouldn't have been facing him. They would have been scanning the area, watching us. But they weren't. That implies that they weren't watching us. They were watching him. They were trying to make sure that Monokuma wouldn't go near the crime scene.
That reminds me. Before I stole an exosome, all 4 units were focused on Monokuma. That's why when I stole one to enter the hangar, the other 3 didn't pursue me.
So Monokuma must have been talking about Maki.
The class chart must always be fair. That info with me didn't seem interested in sharing it with you guys. So you share it instead. That way it'll be fair to all the participants.
She didn't want to share that information because it would have linked her to the murder. In which case, it could only be Maki.
Right.
So to summarize this discussion, Kokichi used the electro bomb in the hangar and the exosols to watch Monokuma, thereby creating a scenario in which Monokuma has no idea who the culprit is?
Told you there's no point! Kokichi's the one who's controlling Monokuma!
No, Kokichi might not be controlling Monokuma at all.
What?
But Kokichi's the mastermind, right? Shouldn't he be controlling Monokuma?
Kokichi might not be the mastermind.
What?
Remember that the only reason we think that is because Kokichi told us. Monokuma hasn't said a word about that. It's possible that Kokichi is just lying to us.
No way I lied! I'm definitely controlling Monokuma. The mastermind of the killing game is totally me. The one who pitted humanity's last survivors against each other is... all me, baby.
What? No one's inside that.
He's a remnant of despair! How do we forget that?
But that doesn't necessarily mean he's the mastermind.
Well, I guess. But is that really possible? Well, Monokuma?
I can't answer that without causing problems, because I gotta run this trial fair and square.
Even more reason to give us the answer. If you don't tell us the truth right now, you'll be an accomplice to Kokichi's lies. Does that sound like a fair game? Would you say this class trial is fair?
Yeah, tell us! Is Kokichi the real mastermind or not?
No need to think about it. You're being way too forward.
Aren't you normally the forward one? I mean, I don't mind, because that's probably part of your strategy, too. But in the interest of fairness, I suppose it's time to tell the truth.
Interesting.
Unlike the lies you love so much, the truth should be impartial to everyone.
And what is that truth?
I'm not being controlled by Kokichi, because he's not the mastermind.
And Kokichi's dead.
Is that real
Yes.
Kokichi was just
And
messing
Kokichi's
with you.
dead.
I never once said he was the mastermind.
Then it was all Kokichi's lie?
Yeah, that is what that would mean. With the key from the last motive, he was the first to learn the truth of the outside world. Based on his deductions, he fabricated a lie to make you all think he was the mastermind.
I see. Kokichi's own deductions.
His deductions got a lot of details right, though. Pretty impressive, honestly.
But what about the Exisol? If Kokichi wasn't the mastermind, how'd he control them so easily?
He just used Mew's remote control, right?
He used
The
remote control.
motor Kokichi was using was made by Mew?
Oh, you didn't know? Mew not only invented the electro bomb and the electro hammer, she also made a remote control that can hijack any electronic device. Kokichi just slapped a receiver on each of the exosols and took them for a spin.
Hey, isn't it a bit unfair to tell them all that?
Fairness has nothing to do with it. I offered up that info purely out of spite. Spite towards you for trying to usurp the mastermind's role and take over the game.
Well, whatever. It's way more interesting to defeat an enemy who plays dirty anyway.
What's going on? It seems like they're actually fighting.
There's no doubt about it. Kokichi isn't the mastermind.
Andy's dead. Please.
Dragged around
I'm calling it.
Kokichi's lies the whole time? What are you trying to accomplish by pretending to be the mastermind, Kokichi? Now you're gonna be all quiet?
Then if he's not the mastermind, who is?
Why are you so certain there's even a mastermind to begin with?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Why, that's on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know.
But I wanna know!
There is no mastermind. It definitely is Junko and Oshima. So I was right all along. We're in a simulation.
Anyway,
Kokichi
this
just made up
conversation
everything.
has blown off the rails. Let's get things back on track. This class trial is to figure
It's
out
Junko.
who the culprit is, not the mastermind. So, yeah.
It's been Junko every
get
game.
to talking.
I agree.
So this is
Before we worry
Junko
about
again.
who the mastermind is or what my intent is, let's figure out the culprit!
But Monokuma doesn't know who it is. How is he supposed to confirm the results?
We don't need to worry about that. Let's just leave the decision-making to Monokuma. But we gotta run the class trial too, so no mistakes, okay?
Are you trying to get me to do something?
You've been watching us solve all these cases, but you can't be a spectator anymore. You're gonna participate in the class trial from here on out. So, let's resume this class trial. Monokuma, you gotta use your brain too. This will be the final class trial. Me versus Monokuma.
You versus Monokuma?
Interesting.
When I play a game, I intend. But what's considered winning in this game? Beating the other players? No. Beating the game's mastermind. True. And that's how I'll win! That's why I decided to challenge Monokuma! If I can deceive Monokuma till the very end, then I'll be the winner!
You're dragging us around like this? Just so you can win a game?
As I suspected, your thought process defies all logic.
But since the outside world is in total ruin, this game is the only entertainment we have. At least I can enjoy this game to the fullest and feel good winning.
You really are a remnant of despair. Your way of thinking is just chaotic.
Whatevs. Let's just get this started. If the students or Monokuma don't know who the culprit is, then I'm the winner!
Don't underestimate me, or Shuichi and the others, for that matter. It's just like a remnant of despair to try to assume control of the game. But these kids are all that's left of Hope's Peak Academy. If you think they're gonna make this easy for you, you better think again.
Whose side are you taking here?
Side? Isn't it obvious? Monokuma joins your party.
Who invited you?
Dude, let's go.
Let's join forces.
That's so
and
cool, I like
unravel
this.
the truth behind this case.
Well, we were going
Okay.
to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Let's just ignore Monokuma. His actions are always beyond comprehension.
Yeah. Let's just focus on the case.
Yeah. Okay.
Be quiet so we can ignore you.
Now, where should we start? We've already established what Kokichi is after.
He's just gonna keep talking anyway, isn't he?
In my experience, whenever you learn a new fact, you learn something else along with it.
Yes, let's look for that.
You warmed up to him real fast. I guess you are both robots.
Another truth that comes out. A piece of evidence that makes more sense now. The evidence that I couldn't wrap my head around. Case bathroom window. Something makes more sense now. Kitchen's closed. Disappearance. This one?
This is it! Let's discuss the video of Kaito being crushed by the hydraulic press. Kokichi said that he filmed that video to prove he was not the victim. But we know that Kokichi was trying to mislead Monokuma. So what about the video?
It has a pause
It's
function.
pretty strange to present evidence that condemns you after all.
Then what kind of mistake was Kokichi trying to get me to make?
Maybe he crushed Kaito with a hydraulic press, so the cause of death would be unknown?
But if that were the only objective, there would be no need to film it. Discovering the crushed body would have been enough. No need to show us the film.
That's true.
I guess you're starting to fit in after all. You get any cuter, I'm gonna hug you. Huh? Really?
There must be a reason you went out of your way to show us the body being crushed.
No reason, really. That's just my twisted personality.
You're lying again, Kokichi. There's a method to your madness. If you wanted Monokuma to make a mistake, then showing us the video must have had something to do with trying to fool. That's even if we've just decided that he's in there. Taking the video of the murder but keeping the victim's identity. It could be nobody. It could be another Monokuma. We know that he could hire part-timers. Victim, huh?
The victim.
Huh?
Is it even possible? No, that's a question for later. For now, we know
If you
that.
show the moment of Kaito's death, of course it would lead us to believe he died. Even if we can't positively identify the body, we would still believe Kaito was the victim. That brings me to exactly the mistake Kokichi was going for.
Does that mean the victims were switched?
Accidentally pressed the PS4 button.
Then it was some other dead body that got crushed by the hydraulic press? Where would we even get another body?
There should be plenty to choose from if you reuse the body of a former victim.
If there wasn't any nearby, then we could guess the victim was switched. But too bad. Switching the victims was impossible. The footage showed the body being crushed.
Yeah, but there's a pause
What
function.
footage would they have been able to switch the victim?
As soon as you can't see the body anymore.
And we already established that the footage was not doctored in any way. The
But it had a
camera doesn't
pause
have
function.
any editing functions. Just play, record, and pause. Monokuma also said that no computer was used to edit the footage. Remember?
Me and my big mouth!
Which means switching out the victim would not be possible. Also, if the victim was switched, then that would mean Kaito is still alive. We already discussed this so many times. The chance of that happening...
It might be possible.
Huh?
There could be a trick to make the switch possible. We just haven't noticed it yet.
Oh, and what trick is that?
That you can pause it. Or stop the video.
See? You don't know, do you? I already said it's impossible.
Maki's not wrong. There is a way it could be done. So we can't just give up here.
Hey, Shuichi. I'll think harder about this as well. So, can you confirm whether or not the victims switch places? If Kaito is alive or not? I don't like the thought that I killed Kaito. I don't want that.
Okay then. Let's talk about the possibility that Makido mentioned. Kimiko, if you call her that again...
Yes, please.
Oh, okay. Let's all talk it over together.
I like how the only one that's not involved in this story is Tsumugi, so it would totally be... don't do everything yourself, it's only gonna wear you out. When times are hard, you gotta rely on your friends.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll figure something.
These you guys are a stubborn bunch. There's no trick.
That's probably another lie.
However, if the victims were switched, then that would mean the footage was altered. How could it have been altered when we know that the footage wasn't edited?
If we could figure that out, maybe we'd know how they switched places.
You could pause
I
it.
knew there was a trick to that video the whole time. Kokichi made it. 100% suspicious.
Trick to that video. When the hydraulic press reached the skin, what's suspicious about it? You just press the emergency stop button, move the body out,
Must be some trick to that video.
That's what you all gotta figure out.
There is no trick. You can check if there's no editing function in that camera.
Did the placement of that camera seem suspicious to any of you? The filming angle seemed unnatural, don't you think?
The person in that video. Was it really Kaito?
Something seemed off about that video to me. When the hydraulic press stopped for a brief moment.
Could it be that the video was shot at another location?
Any other bright ideas? Come on, everybody, speak up!
I agree.
got it.
Kibo is onto something. Isn't it weird that the hydraulic press stopped for a second? Because when Kibo and I first investigated that hydraulic press,
Yes, that's right. The hydraulic press kept lowering itself without stopping.
but in the video...
Yes. So, Kokichi.
Stopped briefly, right before it crushed the body?
But why would it stop?
Only one reason I could think of. The emergency stop.
I see it! The only way to stop the hydraulic press is the force stop button.
An electro bomb went off in the hangar, which would have interfered with the safety function. There'd be no way to stop the hydraulic press unless someone used the force stop button.
When you say someone, you mean Kokichi, right? He was the only one there.
Actually, maybe I pressed it by accident. I don't really remember. So what of it? The press only stopped for like a sec. You can't switch the victim in such a short time, can you?
With the pause, you can.
There's also the question of how the bodies got switched while the camera was rolling. That would have clearly been caught on camera.
Or Kaito's still alive and Kaito's in that Excel pretending to be Kokichi, but that makes zero sense.
Huh? What do you mean?
If you stop something else at the same time you stop the hydraulic press,
That's how the bodies are switched. The camera. I found it right away.
the culprit stopped the video camera at the same time as the hydraulic press. Then, while the camera was off, they switched the body under the hydraulic press. After the body was swapped, the press and the camera were started simultaneously. So it just looks like the press stopped for a moment.
That's what I've been saying this whole time!
When did you ever say that? So they stopped at the same time. The camera position did seem odd to me. Now I get it. The trick wouldn't work unless it was set up there.
Huh? Why?
To get the trick we just described to work, the camera had to be set up precisely.
Where's on the platform? Where's the hydraulic press on this? This is the hydraulic press. So right here. It's not right next to the press. It's the platform.
There!
Right next to the press. What the fuck?
The video camera must have been set up somewhere around here. To operate the press and the camera at the same time, it would have to be near the switch.
That's why the video was taken from that unnatural angle. If they were recording it like normal, they would have used a better angle.
And if it was recorded at such an odd angle, then that proves the trick was used.
Camera angles, huh? Looks like your cosplayer experience is finally useful. Well, cosplay doesn't really come up all that much in class trials.
There was a reason the camera was set up there, but also a reason for the height. When the press was stopped, you couldn't really see who was inside it, correct? That was intentional. The body is mostly hidden by the press, making the swap easier.
The camera must have been placed at such a high position so it would produce that angle.
I wonder if they used that tripod in the hangar to adjust the camera's height.
Why would Kaito do all this though? Like all this is pointing to Kaito being the one that does this. but I don't know. I have to end it here. It's been an hour and 3 minutes, so I gotta edit this down. Take away all the parts that I was just doing debates and stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this, please hit the like button. We're gonna end this class trial real fucking soon, because we've been in the second half of the class trial for a while now. So this should be the end of the class trial. Maybe we'll get to the end of the full chapter. Who knows? Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next episode, whatever it may be, and peace out, you guys.